Hey guys, this is Anita. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about all the books I read in June. My June is kind of relaxed. Last 10 days I read only one book. I wanted to take it slow and enjoy that, and it completely worth it. It became my favorite, one of the best books I have read this year. Before jumping into that, I want to talk about other books I read in June. Total I read 6, 1 3.5 star, 4 4 stars and 1 5 star. It's not a bad month. So the first book I want to talk about is Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, book 2 in Mistborn trilogy. Many people recommended this series to me. I like these kind of stories, so I understand why they all thought I like this series, and they are right in a way. I love this world and magic system, but Sanderson's writing style isn't for me. Sanderson repeats everything from magic system, world to plot points. Repetition is a big pet peeve for me. Also, in order to keep the tension till the end, Sanderson doesn't address few things. Even characters come across those things. Characters come across something off, but they get distracted and they'll forget about it or postpone taking action. I elaborated more on this in my separate review I posted. Please check that if you want to know more details on what bothered me. I loved Sanderson's endings, there is no doubt about that, but I would have liked overall books more if he had handled things better along the way. Unfortunately, characters looked sloppy to me when they didn't deal with issues right away. Like when Win realizes there was spy among them, it took her weeks to test other crew members. Having said that, I liked Win's character growth in this book, and I liked Ellen and his moral dilemma. I loved the political intrigue in this book. My favorite part of this book is Win's interactions with Kandra. I gave this book 3.5 stars. It would have been a 4.5 star book for me if things aren't repeated. My next two books are from Neil Gaiman, Ocean at the End of the Lane and Coraline. Ocean at the End of the Lane is one of the most popular works by Gaiman. This follows a man who goes to the town where he grew up as a child. He started remembering things from when he was 7 years old. Initially, in the beginning, I did not understand why things are happening. This is less than 200 pages, so we did not get any world building elements or background of characters. We just see what is happening with the kid. But 80% into the book, something happens and it suddenly clicked for me. I just fell in love with the book at that point. I think this is magical realism because it sets in our world, or at least it sounds like our world, but there are fantastical elements in the book. Gaiman's writing is fantastic as usual, and audiobook is amazing. I gave this book 4 stars. Coraline follows a little girl with the name Coraline. Her family recently moved to this new house. Once Coraline finishes exploring woods around the house, she starts getting bored. One day she finds a door in their study and decides to explore what's there beyond the door. She finds another flat which is similar to their house, and she finds people who are similar to her parents, like parallel universe. From there we follow her adventures. I enjoyed this book from the beginning. Coraline is a fun character to follow, and I like all side characters. This is a very short book. We see very little of them, but I enjoyed it. Though it is listed as horror, I didn't find it scary. It is a little creepy, but that's all. I think children's horror is my level of horror. I gave this book 4 stars. And the next book I want to talk about is At Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is book 3 in Brown Sister trilogy. There are 3 sisters, and each book follows one sister, their struggles and their love life. This book follows final sister Eve Brown, and it follows the same theme of finding a guy on happenstance and falling in love with that guy. Eve is not like her sisters. Her elder sisters are organized and they had it together when it comes to their career. Eve kind of tries everything and screws up everything. One day her parents kick her out and tells her to find a stable job, and they give her a warning that if she doesn't find a stable job in 1 month, they will stop her trust fund. She leaves the house and starts driving without any destination in mind. She comes across this cute bed and breakfast place and sees that they are interviewing for the position of chef, and decides on the spot to attend for that interview. There we meet Jacob, owner of that bed and breakfast place. He is complete opposite of her. He is a perfectionist and he likes to be in control. He rejects her and tells her that there is no chance of him hiring her. Then by accident she hits him with her car, so she agrees to help him since his arm is broken. I enjoy the banter between them a lot. I generally don't read romance. I picked it up as palate cleanser and it worked perfectly. This is my third book by Talia Hibbert. I really like that she also includes mental health representation in her books. This book also has that. I don't care for steamy scenes. I kind of skim through them. Overall, I enjoyed this book and it served my purpose. I gave this book 4 stars. Next book I want to talk about is The Poison Song by Jen Williams. This is the third and final book of Winnowing Flame trilogy and by far the best book of the trilogy. I did not like the second book and I did not have many expectations in this book, but I'm glad I continued with the series. I really enjoyed this conclusion. Main character Noon is fantastic in this book. I liked her character growth. Though I did not like other characters, Vintage and Tor, I liked the side characters, and animal companions are good in this book. Though their conversations were frustrating in book 2, they accepted who they are and are comfortable in their skin in this book. There is lot of growth in their characters, but the main pro for this book is the plot. I really liked the direction it went. I loved the ending. Williams closed all arcs and addressed everything in the world. I gave this book 4 stars. And only 5-star book for me in June, and also one of the best books I read in this year is Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. This is book 2 in Life Ship trilogy. I like this book more than Ship of Magic. Ship of Magic was little bleak and hopeless, but I found hope in this book. Hobb elevated everything in this book. This book starts immediately after the events of Ship of Magic. Characters and character interactions are simply superb, especially interactions with Amber. They are very realistic. Hobb's understanding of relationships, how they work, is just amazing. There are many characters in this trilogy. Almost every character got character growth. We may not have spent long time for each character, but what we got was just amazing. Not just with human characters, Hobb is good with non-human characters too. The way Hobb made us feel connected with the ships is just incredible. And in this book, world building and plotting competed with character work. I really like the way Hobb is connecting all arcs. Though the book is longer than 900 pages, every page, every word makes sense. It is not long just because of unnecessary information. There is so much happens in this book. There is political intrigue, conflict between Jamalia and Bingtown traders, and we got details of Rainville traders, and we still need to know so much about the world. We had a live show for this book in Greg's channel. Derry, Kate, Greg and I discussed this. We had also discussed our theories and predictions. We almost discussed for 2 hours and it wasn't enough. I just can't wait to read Ship of Destiny. Mad Ship is just brilliant. That's all I read in June. Let me know in comments what you read in June and what was your favorite book. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.